Hi, my beautiful friends. It's Nishtha here today. And today I'm here with a story of an experience from my own life. This was about my scuba diving experience when I felt that I was very excited about it and things were going pretty good. But the moment I entered this place that we call underwater, things began to go south and I got really anxious and I started panicking. And there was this one thing that I did, and it changed this experience incredibly for me. And it finally became an awesome experience as I wanted it to be. And I'm sharing this story with you today, not because you're gonna go scuba diving or I'm an expert in that, but actually so that you can apply this analogy in all of the other areas, other stressful situations of your life. And I'm sorry for how my voice sounds today because I haven't slept all night and I was just too excited to make this video in the morning. So please bear with me. Okay, so this was a few months back when I was in Bali and I was in the mood for some adventure sports. And I had heard a lot about scuba diving and exploring the marine life. I was very, very excited to see what's underwater. So, yeah, very excitedly I approached this diving instructor who took me to the middle of nowhere, and we were on this boat, and then suddenly I was geared up and I was thrown off the boat, and I was just made to hold the boat's edge and practice. He would just keep pushing me down and then like letting me come up, and just for practice, just to see how I was coping with the feeling of being underwater. And I was doing pretty well as long as I had the edge of the boat in my hand, as long as I had the grip and I was feeling in control. So I was like very excitedly, I told him that, okay, I'm ready for it. I think I can do it. And I'm pretty comfortable with this feeling. So let's go underwater now. I want to see the big thing now. So, okay, fine. He took my hand and he took me underwater, and this is like really deep, and I'm really bad with distance and height and everything, so just bear with me. But it was really deep. So as we went underwater, I he made me stand somewhere, probably the bottom, and I just started feeling all these negative emotions, negative feelings. All of a sudden, it was a crippling feeling, and I felt really anxious. I felt terrified. I was really afraid. And everything that was touching my body and going, I was. I felt really creepy about it. I felt weirded out by it. And I was just like, yuck, what the hell is this? I don't want to be here. And these were like 15, 20, 25 seconds, around about that amount of time. And I was all ready to give my instructor the signal that I want to quit, I want to go up. And that is the moment when it struck me that all this while I was so busy panicking and doing all of this bullshit, I forgot to do one most important thing, and that is the whole essence of this video. It is to breathe. I forgot to breathe, and that is why I had all these different physiological manifestations in my body, which which brought a negative loop of hell. I read about it in a book, and basically it was like, of these negative emotions spiraling in your head, and you just can't think of anything else than that. So yeah, so this happened, and then I decided to take a deep breath and manage my respiratory cycle. And as soon as I did that, I couldn't even believe myself that as soon as I just did this one thing, that is to breathe. I used to think of it as such a basic thing. I didn't know its importance back then. So as soon as I did that, I I felt completely normal. In fact, I felt so much better. I felt that I wasn't seeing what was actually around me. I was really ignorant with when I was panicking. and I just began to see through my goggles how beautiful this place around me was. Like, you know, all the fishes that were passing by, they were so beautiful in all those gorgeous colors, and all these sea plants. I mean, marine aquatic plants, which were really beautiful, and this was a whole new perspective for me, and I wanted it throughout my life. Like, I was waiting for this experience, and just because I was terrified and I just forgot to breathe and all of those things happened, and I was stuck in that spiral. That is why I was so close to quitting this experience, and I just realized that whatever I was afraid of or whatever was making me anxious was actually such a serene and peaceful world. So just that fear that came in my head, it managed to convince me that I was not safe in this place. Well, actually, it was a beautiful, serene, peaceful, calming experience. And on the top of that, the thing that the things that I thought were creepy and were touching me and going, those were not actually marine animals or anything. Those are actually just straps from my own gear, my scuba gear. So, yeah, that was funny. But it is deep if you think of it like a philosopher, which I am. So, it was deep because so many times when we're in stressful situations, we think of things which are not even that dangerous or not dangerous at all as things that can manage to affect us and make us afraid or make us run away or I don't know what. So yeah, sometimes fears are paper tigers and they really don't have anything on us unless we give our power to them. Secondly, if you keep breathing, बस सांस लेते रहना है and all the situations that you are in, like any kind of a stressful situation that you might be in, be it an exam that you're afraid of taking, or you've forgotten all that you had studied, or there is something even deeper than that, there's something even more profound than that. I think, some things are bigger problems than others, but your your brain actually knows how to cope up with those situations. Your heart already knows how to, like, all of the organs in your body are designed to cope with difficult circumstances. And if you just keep doing this one basic thing, that is to breathe, then you will be able to save yourself a lot of trouble of going through all those like anxiety attacks and all of those things. And I'm not saying that they can completely be avoided, but yes, you do have some amount of control over your body's physiological manifestations of stress, fear, and anxiety. So yeah, that can really help you. And seriously, breathing well and managing your breath cycle can really have great health benefits also. That's where so many people and so many scientists and doctors are also recommending meditation, which is monitoring of your breath, basically how it's going in and out, just focusing on that and avoiding all sorts of other thoughts that might come and go. So that's why they're recommending it so much, because it has so many health benefits. And that's why people do yoga also. That's why people wake up in the morning. And now that I have woken up in the morning, I see why my father has been preaching me all my life ki utho and saas lo subah utھ ke. So yeah. Okay, so just a few facts I'm going to throw at you. So, you know how babies, when they're like very young babies, infants, they breathe fully, and you when they're sleeping or they're laying on their bed, you can see their stomach go up and down while they're breathing. That's because they are breathing fully, and that's because they're using their lungs' entire capacity to fill it up with volumes of air and then, you know, exhale. So that is why, that is how we are designed to be. But in life, life happens. adulting happens. And not even adulting, like even when we are in school, and these days so many pressures are thrown right at children. So that actually with time decreases our the amount that we inhale and exhale, because it's just like we become really shallow breathers. That has so many manifestations in our health in the form of poor health. So yeah, this one fact. And there's another fact that in some languages, breathing or breath is it translates to spirit. So if you manage your breath, you can actually manage your manage the wellness of your spirit. And regulating the cycle of your breath actually helps you stay calm, positive, happy, at a high vibration, and live happily. So, yep, that was it. And this was my story. And it is a very close experience to me. Like, it is a close experience. I mean, it is an experience close to my heart. And I think it was a pretty powerful lesson I learned over there. So, yeah, you know, I used my money wisely. And, okay, so there's this one question I have for you, that have you ever been in a stressful situation or in a fearful situation where you literally forgot to breathe, and then you realize later that, oh my God, I wasn't breathing. And then when you got your breath and you were like, this feels so much better. So, have you been there? Have you not been there? What kind of an experience was it? Or if you want to share with me, we always can either learn from your comments or we can laugh at them, win win situations. So, anyways, please do that if you would like to. And thank you so much for tuning in. And it has been a productive morning. Thanks for watching my video. If you like my channel, or if you like what I talk about, if you like my face, my voice, anything you like about me, just go and hit that subscribe button. And do like it, because I think I did a pretty good job there. So, okay, see you next. In my next video before I become too cocky. Okay, bye. And hope you guys have an awesome day, have an awesome month, have an awesome year, and an awesome life ahead. Bye.